Hi, Casey Stamps here again with the Pura Vida Falls team. A couple of the questions we've been asked most frequently is, why buy into this community versus some other beachside communities? And mostly it's to be around the nature, first of all. You got a much lower density here. We have 2.5 to 3.5 acre lots versus to what you're seeing down at the beach, which might only be a half an acre in size. You get more space, more nature. But a lot of it also is just coming out, being part of this mountain community where we have no restrictions, no tough HOAs, and we can continue to keep your costs down here. A few of the things I've been talking to recently with some people, particularly out of the coastal regions on the east and west coast, the insurance costs are through the roof, their HOA fees are through the roof. They're just no longer being able to afford these nice waterfront properties. They come out here to Costa Rica. We pay 0.25% in property taxes. Big difference. So a $200,000 property like the one we're on is paying $500 a year. Our medical insurance is much lower here. I'm at age 50. I'm paying $3,000 a year for a full coverage, $250 deductible, and you walk out the door. And another one is, our HOA fees. We don't have these really expensive HOA communities. What we have here is basically, we're chipping in on the roads. Last year we paid $2,000 each. We were able to do all the road systems, upgrade the drainage. And from there, we want to try to keep those costs around that minimum range. So instead of being in Florida or New York or some of these other areas where you could be $50,000 to $100,000 a year, here you're going to be less than $10,000 for everything. So that affordable living here is what I think is bringing most of the people down to Costa Rica.
That's great. What you mentioned, 2.5 to 3.5 acres is the size of the properties. How much do you build on that, and how much of it is orchards and jungle and is open?
Right now, our zoning is you can use up to 15% of the land. We're actually seeing most of our clients build on less than 10% as the average. So you're getting 85 to 90% green zone. So if you have 120 acres in total and you factor in maybe 15 or 20 acres are going to be built on, you're going to have 100 acres of green zone in this community. So just imagine the animal life being able to run freely through here. That's what we're looking for, is really a low density residential community.
That's great. And another thing that we obviously really love, the waterfall views. There's Diamante over there and this incredible waterfall here. And we've seen a few other smaller waterfalls, even actually on the people's lots. Can you talk about what other flora and fauna and other things that you would experience here? Would you?
Yeah, one of the interesting things with all these parcels is you have small rivers on the front side of the properties. You have small rivers on the back side of the properties. What we're seeing a lot of is the white-faced monkeys, anteaters, pazotes, a lot of white-tailed deer, all these things that are kind of staying along the water channels. So every one of these lots, what we try to do is you build your house, you control the view all the way down to the bottom, and then you can have a little trail down to your personal little river there, meditation area, nature trail, whatever you want to do with it. But it's something, having that 2.5 to 3.5 acres, it provides you that space that you need. Maybe you want to plant 40 or 50 fruit trees, maybe you want a greenhouse, etc.
Got it. And if you wanted to buy a lot, you could just hold on to it as a long-term investment, right, for your retirement?
Yeah, we don't want to force anybody into having to build something right away. Depending on your financial situation, we've had customers buy in and they might not be building for 4 or 5 years. There's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, this is a great investment. Your property is going to be worth more. We'd love for you to build here, but in any reason that you can't, we'll help you resell it and you'll make some money.
And if you're a builder, you would know what to do, right? You know how to, with the permits and the building crews and all that. But if you weren't a builder, but you wanted a dream home here, what would you do? What kind of...
Basically, we've been working hand in hand with Isaac here and his team at Vital Studios. They're everything from architectural, design, engineering, construction, anything you need as part of the process. We want to make sure that this is a turnkey project for you. You're more than welcome to build with your own people if you'd like, but we do have an in-house team here to take care of everything for you.
And they do everything.
Yeah,
landscaping,
start to finish, everything.
Yeah.
Even the furniture?
Structure.
Even the furniture, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I've got a broken washing machine. Will they fix that too?
Maybe, we'll work on that. And then we also want to be there to provide people with management services moving on. So we have several that are actually expats retired in the community and the neighborhoods that are here to manage your rental if you need the extra help.
Great. And you think $2,000 a year is a reasonable budget for the HOA? It's not a condo, right?
Yeah, one of the things of having your property taxes so low at only $500 a year on average, it's a great thing, but also the municipality is not going to come out here and do the roads for you. So in reality, what we do is we team up together and we do the roads every year, and we make sure that anybody at all ages and no matter where you come from, you can drive the roads very easily. And we want to make sure that the roads stay nice. So some people think that's not a lot if you come from California or other areas. Some people think it's a lot, but what we do is we make sure everything's transparent. We show a full budget, everything exactly where every penny's going. And with that, it provides the confidence that the community can see what needs to be done next year, what could be done better. And we just work together as a team, as a community.
Isn't that pretty common for most communities to do stuff like that?
Yeah, in Costa Rica, that's pretty common unless you're in some sort of a condo community. And we really didn't want to go that direction. We really want the people to have the freedom to do what they want. They want to be able to grow their own food, live on the land. So really, we're just chipping in on the roads, the drainage, and possible future security.
I gotcha. So my wife and I, we kind of like modern architecture. I know some people like Mediterranean, some people like Bali, that kind of Bali structure. Other people like to create their own different styles. What's the architecture review committee take on that?
Really, you're open to any different design idea you choose. Right now, the more popular is on the Balinesian style or on this modern tropical. That's what we're mostly seeing. But things are changing every year. We want the people to have the freedom to mix with it. We don't want to have someone pigeonholed into just one set design that may not be hot in 10 years.
So you could have it which way you wanted to.
Correct, yeah. And we're going to have some people that maybe start with their guest house, and then later on they'll move into their their main house. So there's nothing wrong with that.
So if you wanted a yoga deck or have it more like a retreat, a meditation retreat, or if you wanted to have it like a resort, not like remote working location, so you could have your own office and work remotely, would you support either one of those?
Yeah, Costa Rica was real smart last year, and they moved into what they call this digital nomad residency. So what they're doing is they're making it very easy for people that work abroad to come down here, work from home with the high-speed internet we have here. You can work pretty much from anywhere in the world now, so why not Costa Rica? And why not in this beautiful community? So we want to have that availability for people to have their home office, have a few Airbnb rentals if they want to make some additional income. We're pretty much open to all those ideas as long as it stays around a residential, style.
That's great.